Welcome. Hello. It's good to see you all again. Hope you've been good. And if you've been bad, well,
Tell us about it in the comments.
yeah. I hope you have been bad so that you coming to this video will make you feel good afterwards and therefore you'll develop an unhealthy, toxic relationship with us because you'll always rely on us to bring you happiness and light in your darkest days. And so that way you'll really rely on us and we could take advantage of that. Anyway.
Parasocial relationships are our favorite thing.
Yeah. We want you to develop a parasocial relationship with us so that we can then sell you merchandise.
That's the one. We've not done it yet, but it's definitely in the pipeline.
Yeah, the dark side of Smosh.
We will rob you of everything you have in your bank account in these dreary
We want
times.
you to love us, but only if you spend money. Anyway, how you doing?
Lovely, Jack. How are you doing?
I'm doing terribly, but now I'm here. I'm going to do lovely.
That was a bad joke. Anyway.
Oh, man.
Okay, I'll cut. Yeah, that's good.
No,
We're
this is
good.
great because now we're going to encourage them again to the parasocial, indecisive, insecure relationship we'll develop together. That they're going to want to see the uncut version of this stuff.
Yes.
Where we say things and we immediately regret saying them because we have the habit of our brain is here and like we have a brain here that thinks to say things, but then there's the brain here that actually thinks logically and appropriately. And obviously, as it goes up to the brain, it passes through the mouth area, and then it comes out of our mouths, and we be like, "Oh, actually, maybe we shouldn't say that."
No,
that's
it's good.
Even in jest, it's a bit. Oh,
We should do a live version of this.
oh man.
Then we really put you through the ringer.
Now, honestly, I would have towels everywhere just to.
Oh God! Let me just hold on. Let me think for a minute before I respond.
Minute silence. Stop talking. I need to just think how I want to say this.
What's gonna get me in the least amount of trouble for what I'm
Honestly,
about to say?
No, you know what? I would purposely be as wrong with my thoughts as possible, and we would sell tomatoes or something.
Yeah.
That audience could throw at us onto the stage
No
whenever
way.
I say something. So not only are we making money,
Yes, let's
but also
go.
you get an excuse to literally commit
Assault
violence
us.
upon me. I'm down for that.
I feel like that would be a thing that people would have done, but maybe insurance companies are like,
Yeah. Hey, look,
that's an insurance claim waiting to happen.
it's literally just another form of suffering for the art, like any actor would. So.
Coming to a museum near you.
Yeah. Museum.
We'll do an art piece.
Oh, right. Okay. So I was like, because I'm old and outdated?
What?
Valid.
Why,
Okay.
Why would I?
Let's get started on the stories. I think let's stop digressing.
Let's do it.
Okay. I'm hoping you haven't seen this one yet. Am I the a-hole for refusing... Oh, sorry. The story's by Harlan's.
Harlan's.
Am I the a-hole for refusing to break up with my girlfriend because my dad got engaged to her mum? I, 17 male, started dating my girlfriend Noah, 17 female, 18 months ago. A few months after we started dating, we found out my dad and her mum were dating. We hadn't done the meet the parent or kid stuff yet, and when we did, it's how we found out.
I wonder how that even comes to pass. How do you not even recognize that? Like,
over a few months.
Do people not even ask their parents who they're dating at the time? Is that just an enigma?
I mean, look, I'd say at that age, you wouldn't really care to pay attention too much to what your parents are doing in terms of their dating lives.
I keep in touch. I'm like, who are you seeing?
Wow, you care
You
about
tell
your family
me.
members. You care about the people who raised you
Yeah.
and made sacrifices in their life for your betterment.
I care about their upfall and their downfall. Sorry, continue.
You want to see them suffer.
Hell yeah.
You want to know when they're in the lowest moments so you can take advantage of them.
What is with you and taking advantage today? He's in his deceitful mindset era.
It's my deceitful era.
Everyone is to be taken advantage of in Jack's world.
Everyone is just to be used.
That's the joke.
The only thing that is good in your life are friends who you can use. If you can't use them, they're not a friend. They're not worth keeping in your life. Anyway.
Couldn't agree more.
Okay, so yeah, we hadn't done the meet the parent and kid stuff yet, but it's how we found out when they obviously met each other's parents. My dad and Noah's mum were angry when they realized Noah and me were dating. They told us we needed to end it because the two of them were serious about it. We told them we weren't breaking up for them. I told Dad I loved Noah and wouldn't break up with her for any dumb reason. My dad and Noah's mum tried to make things awkward for us. They started calling us siblings and introducing us to others as step siblings.
Bro,
That's
what's wrong with these people?
that is very like ironically childish in the situation that the adults here are being the most childish.
Yes, what the hell?
This is like some like comedy movie sort of plot, I feel.
Yeah.
They
We're the
even talked
Millers.
about trying IVF to have a baby together. But me and Noah kept dating. We made them uncomfortable every time we kissed or held hands. Then the awkwardness for my dad and Noah's mum went up when they found out we were each other's first time. Oh no, the siblings slept together.
Yo, these step siblings slept together?
Okay, no.
Yuck.
I guarantee at some point in this relationship, these two as a joke were like, what are you doing, step bro?
At this point, if the parents are being this weird about it, absolutely.
Yeah, you might as well double down on it, eh? You're like, hey, if you're
Yes.
going to call us step siblings, then, we'll be the real problem with adult content online.
I'm in the washing machine, step bro. Get me out. Not you, stepdad.
Okay, they didn't move in together as soon as they wanted because they didn't want us living together. But then they decided the societal pressure to break up would increase if we lived as siblings, but it didn't. So then they got engaged, but we're still together. My dad and her mum are more persistent now because they don't want us to be dating at their wedding and they want to get married before summer next year. They try to make us feel weird about being together, but I don't. She's not my sister, she's not my sibling, and even if my dad marries her mum, she won't be my family like they think. To get back at them, Noah pretended we were going to elope once we're both 18, which is a few months away since we share a birthday month. My dad didn't freak out, but her mum did, and she called us sick and disgusting, and she told us their relationship should take priority over ours. Am I the a-hole?
I feel like these people just have like insanely entrenched views on what relationships are and like what constitutes an acceptable relationship on the side of the parents.
Yeah.
Like the fact that, I don't know, it's not common, but it's not a bad thing to be dating and then realize your parents are also dating. Like that's not out of the ordinary.
I feel like the awkwardness of this should have grown out within like 3 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, like, that's really odd. Anyway, we're all one happy family now.
Yeah.
Because, you get this sometimes as well, where the kids start dating, the parents are single, and then the kids introduce the parents to each other. They realize they're compatible, and then the parents start dating, and vice versa.
Yeah.
That's not weird.
Yeah. So the understanding I can give to the parents here is that, yes, they obviously are worried about the fact that you are young adults. Hell, you're fresh adults, the kind where, ironically, you're expected to act like adults, but yet people won't really acknowledge or respect you as adults. You're in that beautiful little void of where you were expected to do adult things, but then also not taken seriously as an adult in terms of independence.
Limbo.
Yeah, limbo.
love limbo.
Welcome to adult limbo. Your dad's going to expect you to pay rent, but he won't respect your thoughts on how to live your life.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good way to train up a kid.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What was it though? Yeah, they obviously are going to be under the assumption that, as many people do at your age, break up eventually. But in this situation, you still have to live together because your parents are literally now together. Though the thing is, though, I feel like if that does happen, let's say theoretically in the future they break up. I'm sure one of them at that point is going to plan to move out anyway, or has got plans to do something that would make them move out. The breakup would motivate them to move out as well anyway. Like I don't know. It feels like that idea of, oh, what if they break up and now like both our children have to still live together and we're going to have to deal with that drama of them, being freshly broken up young kids who obviously are going to be very dramatic about that and try to spite each other and fights and blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know.
I can see where they're coming from with that. Yes.
Yeah, but like it's also a very like when you really say it out loud, it's stupid.
It sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, it's really ridiculous. It's
Putting
based on all
mirror
these
up to
what
it.
ifs. Yeah, it's so many what ifs and scenarios that are too specific or just thinking the worst case scenario? Like, what if a meteor happens tomorrow and we all die?
Well, we call 911.
That's
obviously.
right. Yes.
And
yes.
they will
and
deal
sing
with
Imagine
it.
Dragons while you're at it.
They're,
Oh man.
they're the ordinary. You mean Alex Williams?
Yeah, sorry. I don't know, it sounds like Imagine Dragons to me. It all sounds the same.
He is a respected YouTuber that wanted to be like David Dobrik, okay?
Oh, really?
Put some respect on him. Yeah.
Interesting.
He was copying David Dobrik style vlogs before COVID.
Wow.
And
There
then
goes some
just,
law, folks.
then just dropped off after that.
Nice. Look, I'll go for the top comment here. A valid idea. Not the a-hole, but I think you and your girlfriend should post online for family to see something about your 1.5-year anniversary. Post a lot about how long you've been dating. Always reference the timeline, so when friends and family see this, they will begin to do the maths and that your relationship is older than your parents' relationship. That way, your parents will be considered the weird ones for dating their children's respective parents.
Also, am I crazy? Are those parents not rushing so fast into marriage?
That is true.
Why are they so insistent on next summer being
It
married?
hasn't even been 2 years for them. Like it's
No.
been, was it 18 months? Yeah, 18 months for OP and his partner. So a year and a half, and then a few months after that. So yeah, not even close to 2 years. They are already ready to jump straight into it.
That's insane.
Hey, look, I guess maybe they just were really a perfect match. They both don't like the idea of their kids dating their own kid. So they have that bond, and they're like, let's literally start a family based around this connection that we don't want our kids to date each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? Whatever floats their boat. I don't understand it. I'm on OP's side for this one.
Oh, yeah, me too. It's very... These people are clearly afraid of one person making some little, like, incestuous gossip comment about it.
Out in public, and they're like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Actually, well, we got together after because we had no clue, and we tried to break them up. We did try to break them up. Trust me, it didn't work. They're really rebellious, these two, and incestuous. And not incestuous, I mean, sorry. Our family's normal. Okay, we're normal people.
And everyone else around them has, like, literally forgotten about that being an issue about 30 seconds ago. It's-
Yeah, but they can't get it out of their
No,
brain.
they can't. They're the ones that are clearly crazy about this incest thing. Anyway, yeah, that's a not the a-hole. Pretty clear.
Not the asshole.
No.
Weirdos.
No. Weird parents.
Oh, well. What's a fun story we got? Okay. This one by Just Another Gringo. Titled, Am I the asshole here for telling an autistic person that their disability isn't an excuse for not paying for services rendered?
Ooh.
So I work as a server in a restaurant. A couple of nights ago, I had a couple in their 30s come in at around 2 a.m. As I took their order, the husband mentioned that all the food had to be on separate plates for his wife, as she is autistic and will not eat food that shares the same plate. They then proceed to order. She wanted a kids' meal, however, restaurant policy states that kids' meals can only be bought for kids. I explained this policy and explained that everything on the kids' menu is available to adults for a slightly higher price. Combined, it all came to about $1.50 more in price. The husband agrees, and I send the order to the kitchen. We are a little busier than normal, as it's homecoming weekend, and we have a lot of big parties. About 20 minutes pass, and the husband flags me down and states that his wife is having a panic attack and that they need to pay for their drink and leave. I ask for 1 second to make the kitchen aware that their order is no longer needed, and he agrees. When I go to the kitchen, I'm told the food is already prepared, so I ask for it to be boxed up to go. I return to the floor, explain that the food has been prepared, and I'm having it boxed to go for them. The wife then states because of her panic attacks, she will not be able to eat. I explained that I'm sorry that she had a panic attack, but as they came into the restaurant, ordered the food, and that it had already been prepared, they would be expected to pay for the services rendered. However, I would comp their drinks if they would like. She then asked why she should have to pay for food that she wouldn't be able to consume, and I simply stated that once the food was ordered and cooked, the company required compensation for services rendered, and that even if they were to stay in the restaurant and not eat any of the food and leave it at the table, they would still be expected to pay for what they ordered. She then reiterated that she had a panic attack and that I should have recognized that she was having a medical episode, to which I replied that I'm a server and not a trained medical provider. and that if she was being escorted out of the restaurant on a stretcher, then I would have made an exception. But as she was currently speaking with me coherently, I failed to see how her medical condition warranted her not paying her bill. Today, I received a complaint that they filed with our corporate office saying that I discriminated against them by making them pay for the food that the wife wouldn't be able to consume due to her having a panic attack induced by her autism. However, I would have done the same with any customer regardless of who they are. I actually think that making an exception for them solely because she is disabled would be a form of discrimination, as I would be treating her differently than I would treat others solely because of her disability. I'm guessing maybe their disability?
Yeah.
I don't know. So my question is, am I the asshole here for not making an exception, or did I do the right thing by having them pay for the food that they ordered? Interesting. So she had a panic attack but stayed in the restaurant to argue about not paying for her meal?
Yeah,
That clearly was
that's the immediate thing for me. That's like, yeah. So there's a this immediately what made me think of this whole story is that like, because I know there might be someone who's watching this or listening to this that is probably going to think this is like some typical person using autism as an excuse, blah blah blah. There's a series. I'm not sure. I think it's a series or a movie. Can't really tell. I see it occasionally on like my YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels. And there's like this little boy who has autism, and it's about the stress this family goes through trying to like just raise this kid. He's very just blunt. If someone doesn't do something right, he will say it out loud, and if anyone dares to point out that like, you know, well, it's because XYZ, he will like literally make a genuine scene about it. Like, you know, check out aisle where it's only 12 items max and someone has 15 items, he will like go and harass that person about being like, you have too many items, and he'll like throw and smash it around. Or
oh god,
yeah, he won't say goodbye or thank you to anyone. Just very arrogant, but not in the sense that he doesn't like anyone else. He just is clearly unaware of just how much of an a-hole he's being. Yep. Anyway, the whole show or movie is clearly this whole thing of like, the struggle that has, but also trying to find ways to help communicate to him and that kind of stuff. It's very heartwarming, wholesome in that way. And every time I see those clips, I see waves of comments from people saying how they're autistic to a certain degree, or they have some degree of autism, like all these different ranges of autism, all these different like traits of autism that they personally have, and almost every single one points out how no, this is no excuse. This kid's just an asshole. This kid's just a piece of schmidt, and he deserves to be more heavily disciplined. This is on the parents for failing to actually, you know, discipline their kid. Or this autism is not an excuse. It's a reason, but it's not an excuse for this behavior. And like, it's totally valid. I mean, obviously, there's a spectrum with it all, and you know, it's more like a circle where like people tick certain boxes of all the different traits of autism that can have. And okay, you had a panic attack. Sure, I'm sorry to hear that. The server OP offered to sort out your drinks,
cook the drinks.
But the food had been cooked, the food had been made. That's how it works. You don't get to use your autism to not pay $1.50.
Or not pay for the entire food itself. It was $1.50 extra on top of the maybe it was like $20. Add $1.50 to it.
Gotcha.
They say, well, I wasn't going to eat, and it's at the same time it's like, well, if you had ordered the food, left it on the table, and not eaten it all, would you also say that you shouldn't have paid for it?
Yeah.
You know, you stayed the course. The panic attack was so much so that you were still able to have a conversation and talk it through so much. So a lot of people are saying like, here, no, not a panic attack. I've gotten them, and all I can think about is getting to a safe place like car or home to let it run its course. My ability to argue with someone is nil because my brain is telling me to run away. Right? My panic attack involves a lot of ugly crying, and I have no desire for anyone to see me, a middle-aged woman, absolutely melt down. My first instinct is girl, run. The shame of breaking down in public would likely be the only make that panic attack worse, to be honest. So maybe there's spectrums of panic attacks, absolutely.
Yeah.
As OP stated, I'm in agreement with OP. Unless it was a genuine medical emergency and they're being wheeled out of the restaurant, this is not I'm having a medical episode. You need to let me walk out of here without paying for my food. I don't think that OP is an asshole for telling them that their disability isn't an excuse for not paying for the services rendered.
Yeah.
Because, maybe if you start applying slippery slope fallacy to it, if
Yeah.
you want, other
Yeah.
people are going to start coming in and doing that.
Yeah.
When they're like, if you set a precedent for one, you have to do it for everyone else.
I think the other important thing in here is too is that OP was so absolutely willing and happy to cancel their order so they wouldn't have to pay for anything. It's the fact though that she communicated the order and the order had been completed. Like, I'm sorry, you've made the purchase of it's not a product that you can easily just refund because it's food. Food expires. It has a certain quality to it that you can't just put it back on the shelf and then let someone else buy it. And that is just how it is.
In a sense, that it seems like they were trying to get the food for free and also take it home with them.
Yeah,
Some people are pointing out that it could have been a scam.
True. Well, that's where I'm kind of wondering in as well, because it's just so no one with genuine autism would. Okay, that's a very assumptuous thing of me to say, but still, hurl your tomatoes if you want. No one with genuine autism would go through a panic attack and then have the audacity to make an argument like this if they either were just faking the panic attack or weren't genuinely or were just this person who was trying to just get a free thing out of it. Like,
listen, OP does respond to this comment. Someone says, "What is the scam though? Just trying to get the restaurants to waste time and money?" OP says, "I don't think that it was a scam. I just don't think that the disability is a viable excuse. Even if she couldn't eat at that moment, she could have taken it home and ate it later on. If I'm honest, I think the real problem is that she wanted the food for the child's price and was mad that I couldn't do it."
Yeah, probably.
Dill Pickle replies, "Not the arsehole, but the food wasn't the problem. It was that they expected it to be calm at 2 a.m. and quiet, and you had homecoming happening."
That's a good point.
The Perkins, the next town over from me, was always quiet at 2 a.m. since the cops would sit there all night drinking coffee. They'd leave for 30 minutes here and there to give someone a ticket. Also, who in the hell knows when homecoming is going on? Yeah, so it was 2 a.m.? Yeah, around 2 a.m. But there was heaps of people post-homecoming making a bunch of noise as well.
Yeah. So that would have explained her panic attack then. That'll probably make a bit of sense in terms of just the stress, all the senses.
Yeah, sensitivity overload.
Yeah. But again, still, it's, she didn't rush out. She apparently, I'm guessing she was still in the restaurant as she was.
Yeah, for that 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I think she got potentially overloaded while she was in there.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you've still sat down in there for a long time. You've ordered the food. It's been made. I don't think you have a case.
Yeah. If anything, you should be thankful that they're willing to still let you take the food to go. Like, a lot of places will just be like, no, I'm sorry. No. Yeah.
Especially 2 a.m.
Yeah.
It's like nothing's open at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Not in this town, at least.
No, not in this town.
Alrighty, let's go to the next story.
Yeah,
not in my town.
Okay. All right. This one from Myciel. Am I the a-hole for not forgiving my sister for sleeping with my boyfriend after he made her sick?
What the hell?
As you do.
What did you just say?
Sleeping with your sibling's partner after they made you sick. You gave me the flu, so now I shall go down on you.
Hell yeah. I like your rhymes, sir.
I, 22 male, used to date Cole, 22 male. We knew each other our whole lives and started dating in high school. 3 years ago, I found out Cole and my sister Millie, 21 female, were sleeping together. I broke up with Cole and went no contact with Millie. She wasn't really sorry anyway, so it's not like she was crying and begging me to forgive her. Our parents were more upset than she was, and they knew it too. Wait, our parents were more upset than she was, and they knew it too. Oh, as in they didn't know the entire time. They just knew that she, they knew that they were the ones more upset than Millie. Like, they noticed that Millie did not care.
Yeah, Millie didn't care about it. That's what I read from that. I was like, are you reading into this too much?
Sorry, yeah. I think I was like, wait, they knew the entire time? No.
Yeah.
Millie never knew Cole cheated on me with others too. I found out after our relationship ended, and I didn't even confront him. I just got tested and was lucky to not have caught anything from him. Wow, this Cole guy's a real a-hole.
Cole, he's a
crazy.
crazy.
He's an arsehole.
He's an arsehole. That's it.
Millie and Cole were together until Millie found out she was HIV positive and that Cole was cheating on her.
HIV positive. Oh, brother, just more than sick. Oh my god.
That Cole was cheating on her their whole relationship. So not only did she decide to date the man who was cheating on her own brother, which I guess she clearly didn't care about anyway, and also she found out that Cole was cheating on her brother their entire relationship, but she decides, I'm going to get with this man who not only cheated on his last partner with me, but also cheated throughout their entire last relationship. That is absolutely someone I should date.
He's going to be perfect to date.
He will be
This is going to
monogamous
go
with
well.
me.
Yeah. It's going to be different.
Oh, wow.
I swear, it's going to be different. It's going to be perfect.
So she decided to regret what she did after her life fell apart. She reached out to apologize, but I ignored her. She's already blocked, and I have nothing to say to her. She can cry about her diagnosis and the Cole being an a-hole to someone else. Millie told everyone what happened. My parents stood by me and said she had no right to expect forgiveness and or a relationship with me. But Mom's two siblings are telling me how important siblings are and how I need to forgive her. They said she was so young and I should make room for forgiveness for that reason and not let Cole destroy us. My uncle also said, as the older brother, I should be able to soften my heart to her since it's my job to look out for her, and I failed by not getting her away from Cole. What?
Holy victim blaming.
Cole cheating on you?
Uh-huh.
And your sister being okay with that and keeping that secret behind your back this entire time? That's your fault.
That is your fault.
That is your fault.
You gave her HIV by doing that.
Yeah,
You're the reason that she has
every
it.
bad thing that happens in your sibling's life is your fault, by the way. Just have
She
fun
may
with
be
that in
older
therapy,
than
bro.
She may be older, but she has no personal accountability, okay?
Yeah. No,
I don't
she's
think
younger.
you realize. Okay, she's younger?
But no, she's younger by 1 year.
Yeah, dude. Do you know what difference a year makes in someone's life? Come on. She was a baby.
Hey, a year made a difference in Millie's life here, all right? Within a year, she's gotten HIV positive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Christ.
So what does OP say to this uncle? I told him to frick off with that Schmidt, and I muted my aunt and uncle for now. Mum told her siblings to leave me alone. Good mum. They said I should know better than to hold an 18-year-old's frick up against them, and that she has to now live with the rest of her life against her. Am I the a-hole?
No.
Immediately going to read this top comment because it's so valid. You were only a year older than her, and apparently people are saying that she was very young. Good siblings are important, but bad siblings are a therapy folder. Bad siblings are therapy fodder, not the a-hole. What an incredible reach around from the aunt and uncle in this situation.
They're just like, she's harder to deal with, so it's easy to just blame OP because they're the reasonable one here.
Yeah. That's such a valid
That's
point.
as much as it boils down to. It's like OP has already cut contact with this girl.
Yeah.
She obviously wants her out of her life. And the sister doesn't care that OP doesn't want anything to do with her. How in any form is this OP's fault? Is OP supposed to wrangle her and like hold her back and be like, no,
bad
don't
adult
do that.
who is literally only like a year difference between you and I. I'm gonna have to make you a child in my eyes and not respect your autonomy as an adult and recognizing your own stupid decisions. Like, come on.
I'm gonna have to save you from yourself.
Yeah,
by locking you in a dungeon or something like that. You're not allowed to see the light of day because I know you're gonna make bad decisions.
I don't see, like, if anything, it'll be so damaging to OP's own self-worth and I guess stability, solidarity, I guess, if they would just forgive and forget what their sister's done here.
Yeah, because then the sister realizes, oh, she has no boundaries.
Yeah.
I can do this again.
Oh yeah, I can do whatever I want.
There's no consequences for my actions.
Yeah, absolutely. The sister here is just experiencing consequences. That said, though, OP does need to forgive her. When you carry around resentment, when you carry a grudge, ultimately the only one it hurts is you. Carrying a grudge is like a piece of hot tar in your soul. It sticks to and corrupts everything good you have in there to the point that you get bitter, and anger is the only mood you have, and you lose the ability to trust anyone, even those that deserve trust.
Are these people okay?
That is one
What's
downvote.
wrong with them? I'm just saying, like,
Don't you get it?
brother.
Because someone cheated on you and you feel hurt by that, and that person who cheated on you is also cheating on you with your sibling, and your sibling isn't forgiving about that at all. The fact you are upset about that makes you a bad person. And it's
Yeah.
going to make you become a resentful person.
Guys, negative emotion is bad.
Yeah, negative emotion
Let
bad.
the world stomp on you so that you can get positive emotion.
Expressing hurt and betrayal is bad. You shouldn't do that. You should immediately forgive people for whatever they do to you.
Yeah.
Because then how are they going to be happy in their lives?
Yeah, because they're going to recognize your negative aura.
Yeah,
You always have a
exactly.
bad aura about you. They can do you wrong as much as they want and contribute to that. But if you judge them and hold that against them, you're making other people feel bad.
Absolutely.
They can just feel it.
If you make
And
other
you're a
people feel
bad
bad, do you see how
person.
you're like creating that energy in the world? You make others feel bad for what they've done, and that just creates a huge, just like a wave of bad feelings around the world.
We need more doormats in the world, Jack.
We need more doormats.
We
You know
need
how
as
many
many
times
doormats as possible.
so many dirty shoes are in people's houses because of your actions, OP.
Yeah. What's wrong with you, OP? You
Sit
sick
down,
freak.
lie down on the floor.
Get down
Let me
there right
rub
now.
my feet on you
Whoa.
for the betterment of society.
There's a few people watching and putting their hands up for it right
Oh, no.
now. You seen the carpet man in New York City? There's 2 carpet men in New York City, actually.
Wait, what? Oh, what is this
The
digression?
people that know they're probably laughing. They're guys that they dress up in like carpet. They cover themselves in carpet and then lie on the footpath to look as though they're just as a rolled up carpet when there's actually a person in there. The fetish is being stepped on and people not recognizing that there's a person on the thing that they're stepping on. Yes. One of them, they have very much conflicting ideas around it because one of them holds himself as the moral high standard of carpet men, where he like asks people beforehand if it's okay, and people hire him for events, or he's like, I will volunteer at your event to be the carpet man of your event, and he'll have like a sign of like, I am in the carpet, please step on me if you would like. And then the other one doesn't ask, he just hides himself. So I think OP would be very in
so
good
weird
company.
that I'm agreeing with this person's behavior because it's totally a valid thing that you should do if this is something you find pleasure in, regardless of the degree of pleasure. End of the day, you know, it's not respectful or consenting if you aren't letting people be aware that this is, you know, when we do this, it means something a lot more to me in a way that I want to make sure you're actually comfortable with partaking in when you do it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
You're like, well,
but
maybe
still
the-
so weird. But also, oh, what? Good on you.
Maybe the moral carpet man has a point.
The moral carpet man. The moral carpet man. Wow. What a world we live in.
Oh God, I can't wait to hear what people have to say about him. There's
Oh,
definitely people
man.
watching that have stepped on him before, either knowingly or unknowingly.
Yeah.
The rivalry is something to behold. Anyway, let's go with my story, guys.
All
Who's
right,
ready
let's go
for my
it.
story?
Let's go for it.
Am I the asshole for apparently being the reason that my ex's engagement ended?
Ooh.
Yeah,
You're
let's go.
so hot and memorable that you ruined someone else's relationship.
I, 27 female, have a 6-year-old child with my ex, 29 male. We've been broken up since our child was 1. I have primary custody. My ex sees our child 2 weekends a month. The reason for this is my ex decided that he didn't want to give up his whole life to be a parent, and he thinks every other weekend is enough. I should also note that he doesn't
Great start.
always take his weekends and has let our child down in the past.
Oh, man.
I feel like I see this too often, and it enrages me because I'm like, why have a child then? Stop having a child in your early 20s if you're going to be like, actually, no, I realized I'm not ready to be a parent. I have a full life to live.
Get a pet first.
Yeah,
Get a
get a
pet,
dog.
and then you're allowed to have a child. This is what I will. I will absolutely understand why it's not morally right because of the genetics issue, or was it the eugenics thing that can go
genetics
behind it,
article.
and like the fact that, you know, who do you put in charge of this sort of thing, and it just turns into a eugenics issue. But like, you should get a license before you're allowed to have kids. You should have to pass some tests, that allows you to actually have fertile eggs and sperm, but obviously.
We have a switch that turns it on once you pass the
Yeah,
test.
yeah, but like
before then, it's the off
obviously,
switch.
you can just imagine how much that will be absolutely taken advantage of and abused by the rich and powerful to like decide, which cultures and sections of society get to actually do that. Like it's a shame, but also the amount of like.
Well, we already have enough of a population problem, Jack.
Yeah,
come on,
but
we're gonna just
also,
destroy it
people
even
should
more.
have a right to have children.
Absolutely.
It's a human right.
I'm taking the middle ground, so no matter what happens, I always win.
I'm reluctantly approving of human rights.
That's it. I guess so.
I guess you
Damn
deserve
it.
the right. Oh.
So I'll continue with the story.
Yes.
3 years ago, he started dating someone else, and they got engaged in February of this year. Once they were engaged, I started getting calls and texts from an unknown number, and I found out that it was his fiancée. He had told her that I would be open for her coming over and taking my child out for the day, and he gave her my number so that we could plan this. He never mentioned it to me, and it took entirely too long for me to figure out what was going on. Getting a bunch of texts from an unknown number saying, answer the damn phone, call me, I'd like to meet up and figure this out is not something I expected.
I'm sorry, answer the damn phone.
Answer the damn phone.
Hi, OP, this is blah, 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 blah. Just confirming the conversation that I've had with
Your ex?
yeah,
Yes.
your ex / my fiance about blah, blah, blah. Instead, answer the damn phone.
The phone. Give me your kid right now.
give me your
me the child.
Give me the child.
That's like what vibes I'm getting. This is crazy.
Oh no.
Oh, the light.
Oh, you disconnected the lights. Oh, we ruined this. We have to restart the podcast, folks. Oh. Extra bright, I want y'all to see this.
I don't think they could even see it on that, so
No, yeah, they
it's
probably
not a
can't
big problem. You guys don't matter. Just kidding.
You matter.
You matter. You do. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be so mean to you.
Yeah.
Anyway, when I did answer a call from her, she was set on taking the child out for the day, and she told me that my ex said that it was okay. I told her that it was not okay, and that I didn't know her, and I wasn't going to hand my child over to someone like that. Then I suggested she make the most of the time that my ex has. This was not a popular answer with her, as she had my ex using our co-parenting app to send request after request for me to let his fiancée take our child out for the day. My ex told me in July that I was saying no too much and that it was ruining his relationship. That's not a good relationship if it's completely dependent on whether she can see your 6-year-old
Yeah.
child.
What the hell is this? You're ruining my relationship by being a co-parent. Why can't you just let us take the kid
Let
whenever
us
we
take
want?
the kid, okay? Give us the kid. I know I only want him every second weekend, and sometimes I don't even show up for that, but give me the kid.
But give us the kid whenever my fiance wants the kid. You know, the person who isn't even like the mother at all in this
No.
relationship. Yeah, the one who isn't even a parent. Yeah.
And you didn't even know her until she came out of nowhere and messaged you.
Yeah.
Give her the kid. You can trust her.
Answer the damn phone.
So last month, his fiancée ended their engagement and broke things off with him. She blamed me via text and said she's not going to stay in a hostile environment where she's treated like stranger danger towards the child that she's supposed to be the stepmother of. My ex blamed me for this too. He accused me of sabotaging his relationship and chasing away potential stepmothers from our child's life. These people are fucking insane. This is another one where this is genuine insanity. I cannot believe what I'm reading.
This is amazing.
I told him that I did not give a damn about his relationships. What I cared about is having someone I don't know feeling entitled to take my child from my home. Then I pointed out that he was the reason that she believed she could do this in the first place. Instead of just moving on and accepting what happened, he's telling everyone that I broke them up. Some of his buddies are quick to say something when they see me. I think most people see it as bullshit because he's not a very involved father to begin with. I did have a mum friend in a mum group that I'm a part of tell me that I kinda did sabotage his relationship because the woman he was with was trying to know my kid and I didn't let her. She said I had no reason to say no like I did once I knew who was texting and calling and what she wanted. This turned into a small fight because I asked her if she'd be okay with it, and she told me that she would. She said most single mums with primary or full custody would love for their kids to have people who want to take care of them. She said that it was my ego that made me break them up because I didn't want my child to have a stepmom. I still think it's crazy to blame me, and I think it's also crazy to say that I should have agreed to this. But I'm willing to be big enough to ask if I'm wrong and accept if people think that I am wrong. So do you think I broke up this relationship? Am I the asshole for saying no to her taking my kid for the day on my parenting time? I am so curious.
Yeah, OP definitely ruined this relationship, but in the best way.
Yes.
In the way of like, you just stood your ground as a parent. That, like, okay, on one hand, I'm all for a co-parent wanting to be there more for their child after originally being the scum of the earth and trying to avoid that responsibility. You're now trying to get that, be there in their life more. However, in this instance, it wasn't even the co-parent who wanted to be in the life more. It was the stepmom who was basically wanting to piggyback off of his tardiness of being a parent. Hey, all great if OP was someone who was just very stressed out and like, could use the me time, or like, hey, yes, please,
Yeah, if
help
it was
me raise
communicated
this kid.
properly.
Yeah, it wasn't though. It was so hostile from the start. You're wondering why you felt like you were a hostile a stranger because you acted like one from the get-go. You didn't bother to even, I mean, look, for all we know, maybe
Answer the damn phone, Jack. Sorry.
well, that is true. It's like, I don't know, if I was this potential stepmother, I would have gone out of my way to actually meet OP first, not the kid first, OP first, to understand what their expectations are as a fellow parent. Like, hey, I want to be in your kid's life. I want to be with.
I want to get to know you first.
Yeah. I want
so that I can get to know this child.
Yeah, and like, so I can know that, like, hey, is there anything that, like, you prefer? Because end of the day, while I would be a part of this kid's life for the foreseeable future, they are your child, and I,
And I understand you've been doing the bulk of the raising of the child.
yes, you get, like, come on, you got to pamper them up, pamper OB up, like OB. Like, yes, I acknowledge that the man I'm now marrying, he has a very terrible track record for the responsibility. He literally fled you and the child for the last few years. Point out the fact that she's doing a great job on her own, and also, but you want to be there to help raise the child. You want to understand what the boundaries are. Like, okay, I will only get to see the child once a week when the fiance is around, that sort of thing. Like, that's so understandable. Like, start small and then go forward with that. Instead, you just wanted to basically be the second mother from the get-go, with providing no legitimate justification as to why you would be a good fellow parent.
None at all. Just I would, and I'm gonna force myself onto you in this situation because that's a normal thing that normal people do.
Yeah.
Answer the damn phone.
Just answer the damn phone.
I know that this is the first time I've ever contacted you personally, and this is probably the first time you've ever talked to me. But give me the child and answer the damn phone. This is all.
Yeah.
And then it's also your fault. It's your fault that my relationship ended.
I mean, realistically, why?
I think she's crazy. I just think she's crazy.
Why wouldn't a parent immediately give their child to a stranger who says, answer the damn phone, I want your child?
It boggles the mind.
It's so
it truly
weird.
does.
Why wouldn't you?
It baffles me.
They are clearly a confident, headstrong person, and you want your kid to be exposed to that so they become a very confident,
Dude, they're
headstrong
alpha
child.
males.
Yeah,
Alpha male grandson.
This stepmother was an alpha male.
Yes.
And she was just going to provide your child with alpha male tendencies.
This is real alpha male grandson. Okay, so I'm going to read some comments with Q&As on them.
Okay.
So, not the asshole. That's wild that they thought that they could interfere with your custodial time like your kid was a book to check out at the library. The custody schedule exists for a reason. Why couldn't she get to know the kid while your ex had him? Or go to the court to get more time, like a normal person? OP says, simply put, he doesn't want more time with our child.
Oh my God. Okay, scratch everything I said like 10 minutes ago. God damn it.
And instead of accepting that and leaving him at that point, she decided to harass me for months and then leave, but blame me instead. I didn't decide the custody arrangement. This was his request and the court's. He's an asshole. So what? How can she see all of this and still be like, yeah, OP's the bad guy here. Yeah, this man that is refusing to take her back to the court to get a fairer custodial arrangement, who's like, no, I really don't want to hang out with my kid. Please, every second weekend is enough, please. But also is like, yeah, she's the one keeping the kid from you. She's the one doing it. Trust me. Yeah. Anyway, absolutely not. It is super creepy that she was adamant to get the child alone with her. That is not normal. If she left the dad because she couldn't succeed in getting him alone with her, that means that she had other intentions. OP says, I find it strange that she would blame me for not letting her see my child, while being fine with X not wanting to be more involved. It doesn't add up. That's when you find a man without kids yet, or one who's an involved dad if he has kids. Someone replies to OP, a lot of people seem to think that the mum is the only gatekeeper of time and attention, not the courts, the man, the custody agreement, etc. OP replies, people like for there to be a single person to blame. It makes it easier for people to point fingers and feel like they know what happened. Real life isn't always so simple, and us single mums can't make dads want to be good parents. All we can do is learn and do better in the future and protect our kids the best we can. Wise words from OP.
It was a bit of a hypocritical statement, though, to say that you shouldn't blame just one person and then goes on to make two statements about a generalized group of people as one whole entity. But I do get what the point they're saying, though, is that, like, yeah, it's very typical to say it's the mum's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the reason there was been a court system and all that stuff established. You go to the court if you want to fix
Well, I
things
guess
up.
they're just saying that because they're experiencing it right now.
Yeah,
That's probably, it's like they're painting a wide brush without realizing, oh, shit.
Yeah, I mean, like in this
Sweeping
case,
generalizations.
Their wide brush is pretty valid because they're talking about how they are being treated, not so much this is what I think about every sort of sect of society.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not
Because I just feel like it's a very emotional thing to be dealing with. Yes, not the asshole. But if you're in so deep with it right there and people are asking you pointed questions, you're probably going to get a bit of confirmation bias.
Oh, yeah.
And in these mum groups, you're seeing it commonly as well.
God, yes.
So you're getting hella confirmation bias.
Yeah.
So that your situation will be repeated a lot in these groups and it'll be very much whipped up. And you'll be like, well, I'm seeing it everywhere. In my experience, in my point of view, it's always XYZ instead of ABC.
That's why if you ever find yourself developing some sort of bias about any sort of group of people, go outside, get off the internet group you keep visiting, and try to meet someone who is possibly around that sort of group. And just, you might notice, okay, maybe they'll share some tendencies that you might be like, oh, yep, okay, yeah, I'm valid to have some sort of thoughts of these. But then you'll find out if you take 5 seconds to look a bit deeper, you'll be like, oh, they're actually not the scum of the earth, or they're actually not the most XYZ of people. They're actually, they come from a state of genuine humanity. But hey, that requires effort. Well, just keep scrolling.
Effort in 2025? Hell no.
Yeah, just keep scrolling. Keep
Not
scrolling.
me.
Keep agreeing with all the algorithm sending you triggering content. Anyway, let's move on to this story.
Mm-hmm.
This one by Relevant Ad 4715. Am I the a-hole for asking my wife to ditch her divorced friends?
Yes.
Now
It's better to keep them around. It's fun.
I'm already really curious if this is a kind of bloke who's like, they're not actually really divorced. They're just single friends who are a bit more rowdy and fun. And OP as a man here has just been like, oh, I hate these women for XYZ because they're just so annoying.
He meant divorced from reality.
Yeah. Okay. So I, 39 male, and my wife, 38 female, have been married for 10 years together for 15. Married for 10 years, together for 15, and have 2 children, 9 male, 7 female. My wife has been going out with a group of 3 of her friends from work once a month for years. When it first started, all her friends were married, but in the last couple of years, her 3 friends have all had very messy divorces. Now, the problem when my wife goes out with them, she comes home and is suddenly hypercritical of everything I do or do not do. So, I do work from home and have worked with my company so that every day I can take my breaks in order to do kid drop off and pick up walk the dog, cook supper, and try to do other things around the house if my workday allows it. My wife, who works out of the house, used to be super appreciative of this, always saying thank you or doing other little things like if she had to stop and fill up the car, she would pick me up a bag of chips or some other token of thank you. When she now goes out with her friends who have gotten divorced, none of them were easy, she comes home and now instead of thanks, I get, well, you didn't do the laundry, or the laundry didn't get folded and put away. Even my cooking, which she used to love, now is picked apart with everything that could be improved or changed. Also, suddenly all intimacy is gone, not even a kiss goodbye or good morning, and if I try anything else, I get shut down hard. This usually lasts for about a week or two, but is starting to get longer, before she starts saying thank you and appreciating what I do around the house. The other day, my wife left her personal cell phone at home and called me from work asking her to bring it to her and to charge it on the way. I don't think she realized that plugging her phone into my truck for the drive would bring up her text messages. Well, as I was driving, this group of friends started texting her phone, and it was nothing but bashing me. With things like, what didn't he do today? He sounds like he just makes more work for you, and hopes he likes the cold. So I pulled over and read the conversation and everything she was saying about how I was making her life difficult. Honestly, it nearly broke me, but I didn't want to overreact. I brought the phone to her and she grabbed it and went back in the building, no thank you or anything. So that night, I arranged for my dad to pick up the kids so we could talk in private when she got home, and I told her I saw the text messages, and she snapped at me for reading the messages. Yes, I realize it was wrong of me to do. I told her, well, apparently, according to you and your friends, I am a dog Schmidt husband. My outburst took her by surprise. I am generally pretty soft-spoken, and I went a rage about all the stuff I do around the house daily that apparently count for nothing. And if it was a big problem, she could step up and do more. I asked her if she still loved me, and she did say yes, and she said she just gets caught up talking with this group and feels the need to join in. So I told her she needs to cut it off with this group because I cannot live with a wife that doesn't respect or appreciate me, and we need to go to counseling as well. She said I was being unreasonable for asking her to cut out her friends of 10 years, though. So am I the a-hole?
I think it's getting to the point where it's so drastically affected your relationship that at that point I'm like, it's pretty much ultimatum time, honestly. If it's causing a divorce, the divorce is going to happen regardless. It's getting to the point where he is becoming so resentful of her because she has changed so much for the worse, where I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to think that he hasn't changed. If you keep going the course, there will be a divorce that happens because the differences between them will become so irreconcilable that she will have caused that. I don't think he will have caused the divorce.
No, she's manifesting this sort of relationship.
And she will lose him in that process.
Yeah.
And she will gain her friends. He is trying to stop it before its inevitable conclusion and be like, hey, it's not going well. We need to change something, or you need to get rid of them. I think you can probably find a middle ground where she stops getting so mentally poisoned by these people and she slowly distances herself from them or just doesn't take them seriously. But that's the thing. Does he trust that she can do that?
Yeah, it's like,
if he's asking her to completely cut them off, that tells me he believes that she can't never take anything they say in and never participate in it.
She can't hold her ground and be like, actually, no, I'm very happy with my husband. And I don't need you guys. I don't need the approval of you all. I don't need to join in on your hate of men to, still be happy with my life as a way to sort of, what's the word? It's like you need to bring others down so that you don't feel so lonely down at the pit.
Yeah.
Like these are crabs in a crab pot, and like they're just trying to pull your wife down so they can not have to acknowledge that, oh, someone's actually living a really good life with a man. And I didn't get to experience that because of my messy divorce. And I hate that being exposed to me and reminded to me that I don't get to have that anymore. So you need to be miserable and hate your husband like we all did. We all hated our husbands.
Because we refuse to move past it.
Yeah.
We refuse to, move on with our lives. I would like to stay in my sad circus.
Yes. Seeing some comments here. There's some interesting thoughts and theories. Unpopular opinion coming in. A spouse that hangs out with single friends is poison to a committed relationship. Undermining, going to inappropriate places like strip bars and clubs, which they didn't in the story.
Yeah.
Anyway, and encouraging
That's
cheating.
a little bit of projection.
Yeah. Encouraging cheating is sure to follow. This applies to both men and women. Nip this in the bud because being Schmidt talked by her friends will soon be the least of your worries.
That just feels insanely projective.
Yeah,
What?
That feels like this person has been around single friends who are genuinely just toxic people and not at all the typical behavior of single friends with couple friends.
My single friends are the experience of everyone else.
Yeah.
And that's it. Every country in the world, it's exactly the same and no one changes.
Yeah. It's okay. So one person argues you can't tell her to cut off her friends. That isn't your role. You can tell her that if those are the people she wants to spend time with and bash you with, then it's probably time for you two to go your separate ways. They're trying to turn her into another bitter, broken woman, and she is letting them. If that's what she wants, let her go. One day she'll regret it. So some people are trying to argue more, like a few comments are saying that sort of thing too, where it's like you don't really get the right to isolate her from a friend group. But you do have the right to point out that how they're treating her is ruining your relationship and making you miserable, and that you don't deserve to stick around with someone who's making you miserable.
Yeah, but I'd say it is going to lead to the dissolution of the relationship.
Yeah.
And it will be your fault if and when that happens.
Yeah.
That is not going to be my fault for refusing to put up with your abuse.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah. So there is actually an update. It doesn't specify when, but just an update.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for the comments and mostly support. Couple of things some people pointed out in the laundry. I would like to say it did get done that evening. We actually folded it together. I just didn't get it done during the day because I was working. As to current situation, while she has not cut her friends completely, she has agreed to take a break from them for the next 3 months as we go to marriage counseling. In that note. So I guess she's going to skip out on 3 sessions of hanging out because once a month they would hang out.
Yep.
Counseling. I have also taken some of the offered advice to have the friends over and explain the situation and the problems it is causing. So far, none of them have agreed to come over. Oh, what a surprise. They don't want to actually work on this. They want to just use you as a punching bag, OP.
It's like, what? Having to change my mentality?
Yeah, having to
Yikes.
respect that some people actually can work through marriages and that maybe my divorce was partially my own fault and not that my ex is a evil monster that, I get to blame everything in my future life for.
Jack, it's not as fun to live in outside of that reality,
I don't want
okay?
to reflect, okay? I'm not a mirror. Over. My wife does seem willing to work on our marriage, but I do think the thought of me getting primary custody of the kids if a divorce has something to do with it. So we will see how the next few months go and we'll keep you updated. Oh, imagine.
That is not a good note to end on.
Yeah, I think she's only wanting to work with me because she doesn't want to lose the kids, not because she actually still loves me and wants to actually, work together.
That's like an almost too far gone kind of statement to make. To be like, yeah, so she kind of loves me, but she loves the kids more, and she doesn't want me having the kids more than her because she can't stand the thought of that. So that's why she's staying with me.
Yeah, like as harsh as this comment says, I really do agree with it in terms of this. I mean, look, you are 15 years long together. You've had 2 kids. Kind of hard to just sit on this sort of idea of just dumping them. But screw her. She should stand up for you. If she truly loved you, she wouldn't let her friends schmick talk you. You wouldn't do that to her, would you? Like, I mean, the moment any of my mates, if I was dating someone, you were talking smack about them in some way of like, oh yeah, I bet she doesn't do anything, blah blah blah. I'd happily point out how you're wrong in that regard. Like,
yes.
Why would you not want to praise your partner? They are someone you love, and like the moment you feel an inkling to be like, oh, you know what, they actually do suck. Like, come on,
guys,
really?
Shut your friends' shit down.
Yeah.
Don't let them get away with that. If it is something that is toxic and unhealthy, it is okay to point that out. Change them as people to be better. Much like she's changing her husband for the worst.
Yeah.
Change your friends for the best. I know better, okay?
Yeah, he does know better.
Unlike her, she doesn't know what she's talking about. I know better.
Him, the straight man, straight male,
straight
he knows
white
better
man.
than that woman. That's what we're gonna die on with that story. That's the hill we're dying
That's
on.
it. That's
Women
the one.
don't know better.
That's the moral of this story, guys. Slash S, as Jack said last episode,
Slash
because
S.
he knows better.
Slash
S. That's the best way to do this, by the way. As straight white men, slash S.
Yep.
Sarcasm can be picked up when we do that. Just a mansplain for you right there.
Yeah. So slash S is a terminology used on the internet, where it's a way to help convey that you weren't being serious about the comment you were making, no matter how more serious it might come across.
Yeah, if you didn't know that already.
Yeah.
Just want to point out, you guys might not understand that concept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like a concept, in case you're not aware of that concept, it's like an idea of a sort of a notion that you were sort of trying to imply in your example when you explain something to someone. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad that we can get that point through to them.
Yeah.
So thank you for taking our advice, guys.
Yeah.
Very
You're
smart
welcome.
of you.
You're welcome.
You're very welcome.
I can't
for
even
that.
say thank you, but I know you're saying that. I know you would. Because we know better. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll go one more story, I reckon.
Yeah, let's do one more. Yeah.
This one's nice and long. Nice. A good thick one to end the day on.
God damn it.
So, Hanny Onion says, am I the asshole for calling my dad's girlfriend some random woman when we were arguing over him giving her a say in my life when they don't even live together?
Ooh.
What?
Wow.
Nice.
Random woman.
So my mum died 5 years ago.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Not in a car crash. Not this time.
Why did it just come out of nowhere?
So
My
mum
mum's
died
dead. Just
And no one at work cared.
It's
No
just-
one cared.
It's just like, hey, nice to meet you. I'm Jack. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, great. My mum's dead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so my mum's dead.
In a car crash?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, so she died in the womb.
How?
Well, she was alive
Yep.
and then dead.
That sucks, bro.
Yeah, they had to suck her out. They had to use a vacuum cleaner. It was a very gross.
Ah! Wow. So let's keep going with this story, I think. My mom died 5 years ago, and for the last 2 years, my dad has been dating Ruth.
Ruth.
She doesn't. It's truth, Ruth.
It's true, Ruth.
Man, wow. So she doesn't live with us, and I, 17, haven't really spent a lot of time with her. Mostly her and my dad go on dates, or she'll come over while I'm spending the night at a friend's house, or my grandfather's house, or grandparents' house, sorry. I know my dad cares about Ruth a lot, and I don't have an issue with their relationship, but recently I've been frustrated by my dad's willingness to give Ruth a say, like parental style say, in my life. The first time it happened was when I asked my dad if I could spend a weekend with my best friend's family at their cabin. Dad told me that he needed to think about it, and weeks after I had been, he mentioned that Ruth had been against it, and that they only agreed for me to go as long as I called Dad at least 3 times while I was gone. The hell does Ruth have to do with this?
Yeah, wow, this is straight up like immediately valid.
So yeah, my girlfriend that doesn't live with me, doesn't want you going on that trip. Why?
Wow.
Why does she care? I asked him what Ruth had to do with anything, but he ignored me. Then I wanted permission to stay on my own while Dad was out of town for a few days. Dad involved Ruth in that too, and because she didn't like the idea of someone under 18 staying home alone, he said that I had to choose a family member to stay with. Those came up in our fight, but it wasn't what the fight was about. My best friend's family invited me to an out-of-state Christmas market with them in December. I asked Dad if I could go. It's going to be an all-day thing, leaving early and getting home late. My dad told me that he needed to talk to Ruth, and I asked him why, and he asked what I meant, and he said he didn't like me questioning his decision to involve Ruth. I told him that Ruth is not my parent, so why should she get a choice in this? He told me that Ruth is his partner, and I told him that I didn't care because she should not have any influence over me. She doesn't live here. They are not married. She's not my parent. During the fight, I told him that I don't want some random woman having a say in my life like that. My dad told me she's not some random woman, and how dare I minimize and dismiss her like that. He told me that she's entitled to have a say if he says so, and I'm being a brat about her involvement. I told him that if he ever needs me to step in and care for him, he should be just fine with me finding a new boyfriend and giving him a say in his care. Dad didn't like that one bit. He told me that it was petty and dangerous to give someone that I hardly know a say in potentially important care if he is impaired in any way in his later years. And I told him that he might not be comfortable with it, but if he can do it to me, then I can do it to him. I told Dad that I should let this future boyfriend decide where he gets sent to in that situation. Like what old folks home he gets sent to.
Yeah, what? Wow.
Dad ended up really pissed off at me, and he vented to my aunt, his sister, and she took my side. He wasn't happy about that, and he brought up the part where I called his girlfriend a random woman. Aunt was still on my side. So Dad sort of told her where to go, and he went to fight me and asked if I had apologized to Ruth yet. I said no and said that I wasn't going to. Ruth is pissed as well and has a big issue with me viewing her as just some random woman who should have no say in my life. But I stand by that view of her. Does it make me the asshole though? Maybe I'm asking here because I figure nobody knows us, so nobody has a bias for either side based on that. Says not the asshole, she's not your mother, she's not your stepmother, she's no one to you. Just because she occasionally keeps him warm at night doesn't give her a right to have a say in your life. Dad's fast-tracking his way to low contact. That sums it up for me personally. I was like, who the hell does Ruth think she is?
This is so weird. Like, did it clarify again how long they've been together?
5 years. Still not living together.
Still not living together?
Yeah.
Wow. And how long has Opie actually met and been around Ruth and like in their life?
Gonna guess that 5 years. For the last two, the mum died 5 years ago. The dad's been dating Ruth for 2 years.
2 years.
Opie's 17. Mum died at 12. Dad started dating Ruth at 15. And she's known Ruth for those 2 years. They've been dating for 2 years, not moved in together.
Okay, yeah, so not moved in together. Okay, look, 2 years, I would have to argue is definitely not valid to be calling her some random woman. But at the same time, I don't see how Ruth should have any sort of hold over OP aside from just offering her 2 cents of advice that absolutely can be taken or leaving.
Taken or leaving?
Yeah, you can take it or leave it. Like, she can offer some counsel to the father, and then the father can make the decision. The father shouldn't be like, Ruth says no. Like, you're an adult. You're the dad. You say no, not Ruth. Ruth doesn't decide for you, little boy.
No, you don't understand. When Ruth says jump, I say how high.
Oh yeah, probably.
That's it. Okay.
She's probably really great that he's willing to do whatever it takes to keep her around.
Oh yeah. It's like, how often is Opie even interacting with Ruth?
Yeah.
If she's not living at home and Opie's at school all the time.
Yeah.
How many times has Opie even seen Ruth in person?
It does make me a bit suspicious that Opie hasn't clarified just how little they've spent time with Ruth.
Well, they put a big comment. I've looked at the Q&A so we can find more.
Because it just feels like you would clarify whether or not if you haven't seen Ruth at all. Because like if Ruth has been in your life for like the last year at least, and where you'd always come home and see them, to some degree, okay, yeah, you shouldn't be surprised that Ruth would offer her opinion on these things. But again, at the same time, it's ultimately the father's choice here that should be made, not Ruth's.
Yes.
I suppose the main question here is Opie an a-hole for calling her some random woman? Actually, you know what?
Have you and Ruth actually met? Honestly, I think your dad is way out of line. He says, we have met, but we don't know each other. We're just above strangers in terms of how well we know each other.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah, so if anything, Opie's like...
That's so insane.
Yeah, for 2 years, from the father's perspective, she's absolutely not some random woman. And that's kind of a rude thing to say. But from OP's perspective, it's so valid. This is some random woman to me.
So
Like,
why
OP
are you
isn't-
making such a big deal of this then?
Yeah, OP wasn't saying it as a sense of like their relationship isn't real. OP was saying it as like, you are a stranger to me.
You're
And, like,
literally a stranger.
Yo, you're literally
like,
just
I
an
actually
acquaintance.
don't know you.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I've seen
Yeah.
your face, but I
Yeah.
don't know any deeper than that.
This is a case where someone's communicated something and someone's interpreted it a completely different way. They're
Yeah.
interpreting it as to imply that their relationship isn't serious, that Ruth is just some casual fun that dad gets to enjoy every now and again. When no, OP was clearly saying or implying that I have no idea who you are. You are a stranger in my life. I'm not going to just follow the orders of some stranger. Who is in a way sort of insulting towards how I see my father figure as the, authority in my life, because he's taking her beck and call rather than making his own damn decision as the father. Yeah.
It rings a little bit true of the stepmother that was trying to have more time with the kid as well.
Yeah.
I just think people like that are out of their damn minds.
Yeah.
This woman, Ruth, and that stepmother that was just like, answer the damn phone.
It's the same person.
And it's like, guys, we're going to put some wisdom out in the world. Stop sticking a dick in crazy. It will be put on Reddit. You will be shamed. I just want to make that clear. Like, this is what happens. This is why we tell you not to do that. Because these situations are very entertaining and they're brought to the forefront, and you will be shamed as a result of that.
I want to make the argument that we should stop using that term, because it it demeans the true emotionally abusive influence these people create.
Absolutely.
But it's going, oh, they're just crazy. Like, no, these are emotionally abusive people who are trying to rupture, establish family dynamics with other people and that kind of stuff. And that's problematic, and they should be shamed for it and not just be considered, oh, that's just a crazy person. No. These are problematic people, and they're bad. Bad people.
The one friend that's not work. Okay.
Yeah.
Stop sticking your dick in emotionally abusive women.
There you go.
And men. Keep it out of them as well. Stop putting your dick
I know, that's valid. Yeah, it's
in emotionally abusive men.
gay people
Them
are
as
emotionally
well.
abusive too, folks. Equality.
There are some bottoms that put the power in power bottom, all right? But not in
Some
the
bottoms
way.
with too much power.
They got way too much power over
Their
you, okay?
flatulence is too rupturing.
Well, I think we'll leave it there, guys. Wise words to end on, I think.
Yes.
I hope you've enjoyed the
Some
episode.
bottoms fart too strong.
Why are you going there with it? That is such a weird kink to get. Why?
Sometimes when they fart, a little bit of poop comes out, and that's the bad kind of fart.
Just want to make sure. Bottoms is a term for gay men, right?
No, I do know. I do.
I just wanted to make it sure because I just
I just really want to gaslight everyone listening and watching this that, like, what are they? What? Are they talking about gay relationships, or are they talking about actual, like, bowel movements?
I don't know why you had to take it to the flatulence angle.
Well, power bottom, a bottom that's so powerful that when it farts, it's like a very strong fart. And, sometimes when you fart too strong, sometimes a little bit of poop comes out. And you're like, oh, did I fart or did I poop?
I'm losing my faith in humanity.
Well, you'll find out
Jack.
when you go to the bathroom. You're
Right.
like, oh, I guess I'm washing these undies.
We call that a happy accident. All right.
Is it happy? Are you happy
For
afterwards?
some people, yes.
I guess for some people it's like,
Hell
yay! I'm rolling myself up in carpet. Sit on me.
Sorry, I am the moral carpet man here.
Oh, sorry, yes.
That will not. Please,
you
I
are okay
ask
with it.
permission. Please sit on me.
It's okay. I enjoy it. Please step on me in the carpet.
Hell yeah. Well, I'm going to end it there, guys. So
Yeah, let's
thank
end-
you for
let's-
watching. We'll see you in the next one. Stay safe until then. Bye.
Yeah, look out. I'm going to tell you what for. Just look out.
Jack might get you.
My bottom's flatulent.